Hey everybody, it's your boy Will here. Welcome to another Tuesday edition of The Den. Thanks so much for joining me today. I've got a lot to discuss this week, so why don't we go ahead and get started. But first things first, say what's up to my newest backdrop on the videos. That finally got like an overall bear theme going on in my videos. I finally rearranged all my posters just so this could be in my backdrop for my videos from now on. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Right now, I'm sort of like coasting on this like Uber concert hangover because I literally had the best weekend when it comes to like live music. If you know me, you know I love going to concerts and I love all sorts of live music and everything like that. But my neighbor on Friday, she texted me and said, I have 2 extra tickets to go see OAR and Philip Phillips at Merriweather Post Pavilion. If you don't know who OAR is, they are a jam rock band from Rockville, Maryland, my neck of the woods, and they're actually pretty big. They got some hits out on the radio right now. They've been touring. They've been like working really hard since like 1996. So yeah, props to them. Shout out to OAR and Philip Phillips. She also mentioned that we also had backstage passes to go backstage to meet OAR before and after the show, and also all the free beer you can drink. So, needless to say, on Sunday, I was pretty fucking wrecked. Yeah, so it was my first time seeing OAR live. They put on one hell of a show. They always come home to Maryland and put on the best homecoming show ever for all the Maryland fans. So yeah, that was a great show. And then the following day, we got to go right back to Merriweather Post Pavilion to see a little band by the name of Queen and Adam Lambert. Fucking Queen and Adam Lambert. Words can't begin to describe how awesome this show was because, alright, at first I had my doubts about going to see this show because I wasn't really a huge Adam Lambert fan. I'm gonna say it. I did not like Adam Lambert. But then I saw him finally get on stage and he started to sing Fat Bottom Girls, which is one of my all-time favorite Queen songs, and boy, can that... Oh my god. He could belt out like nobody's business. Freddie Mercury, he'd be so proud because he really did Freddie some justice that night. Yeah, so why am I talking about all this live music stuff? Because it's top 10 week here on The Den, and basically we're all coming up with our own top 10 lists. And if you know me, like I said, I love my live music, and I've been to a fuck ton of concerts. I mean, I have a wall of tickets right over here, and I've currently run out of room to put all my ticket stubs, so I now have an envelope of just nothing but ticket stubs. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's madness. But yeah, so my top 10 list this week is going to be the top 10 concerts I've been to throughout my whole life. So why don't we get started, shall we? So I've been practically going to concerts since I was about 8, maybe 9 years old. My very first concert, I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say this, it was back in 1999 at the old Nissan Pavilion, which is now Jiffy Lube Live in Virginia. It was In Sync with Jordan Knight and Brandy. Yeah, my very first concert was In Sync. From what I remember, that show was, I heard absolutely no music. It was just nothing but preteens and teenage girls screaming at the top of their lungs. If this is what like a One Direction or Justin Bieber concert sounds like these days, fuck that, count me out. But yeah, back in the day, I was young, I was ignorant, and yeah, I was crazy for NSYNC. I still kind of am till this very day, because once a 90s kid, always a 90s kid, you know? And, oh yeah, the other memory I have from that show is me standing on top of my seat at 9 years old shouting, Lance Bass, I love you, at the top of my lungs. If my mom didn't know I was gay then that, I have no idea. So yeah, let me go ahead and start off this top 10 list. I got here some of the ticket stubs from my envelope. Unfortunately, the rest I can't really take down from the wall right now. But starting off the list at number 10, we have Daughtry with Three Doors Down and very special guest, Hailstorm. That was over at Pier 6 Pavilion in downtown Baltimore. Honestly, this wasn't really the best concert I've been to. It was, I won these tickets from the radio station mainly because Hailstorm was playing, and you know how much I love them. I mean, I'd frickin' have their autographs tattooed on my show. In fact, this is the show where I actually got them to sign my leg so I could get their signatures tattooed on my leg, around the logo. So yeah, that is why this show made it on the list. Coming in at number 9, we have the Kiss Alive 35 tour. It was my very first time seeing Kiss. That was back in 2009 at Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. Holy hell, I've never seen so many pyrotechnics in one concert in my entire life. And of course, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, classic Kiss. I mean, I really wish Peter Criss and Ace Frehley were with them, but I mean, you can't always get what you want, you know? But yeah, that was still a fucking amazing concert. Number 8, we have the 2012 Virgin Mobile Free Fest. If you don't know what that is, it is an all-day music festival put on by Richard Branson and the Virgin Mobile Company. They picked Merriweather Post Pavilion out of all the places in the entire world to hold this one-day, 12-hour, non-stop music festival because, let's face it, Merriweather is like the best place to go see shows. It was literally rated the number 2 best amphitheater in the entire country for live music. I loved going to that show so much because A, I was with my my squishy, Miss Megan. I love her so much. And she wanted to take me to the show because there was this band by the name of Alabama Shakes playing. At the time, I had no idea who they were. I was doing a little listening, and I was like really getting into their music. Then we got right up in the front row to see Alabama Shakes. Oh boy, did they blow us away. I think Megan had to change her panties after that show because she really has the hots for Brittany Howard from Alabama Shakes. So yeah, that was a really good show. The rest was a total blackout because we just got so absolutely shit-faced. All I remember, oh yeah, there was also a Ferris wheel, and apparently drinking was highly encouraged on the Ferris wheel. Number 7 would probably, this ticket's over on my wall right over here, would have to be the Metal Lords Day, also at Merriweather Post Pavilion. It featured Rob Zombie, Megadeth, and this Italian metal band called Lacuna Coil. That show, it was on a Mother's Day, so my mom wasn't really too happy about driving me to this show on Mother's Day, but sorry, Mom, I had to go. So yeah, she dropped us off. There's a mall right across the street from the venue, and basically we were going to walk over to the show right before the gates open. And so we're just chilling out in the mall, and then who do we see? Rob fucking Zombie in the mall. And I go up to him, I shake his hand, get a picture with him. He is literally one of the nicest persons you will ever meet. Like, ever. He's really cool, really chill. So yeah, that made it really special. Also, we had one of the best seats in the house, like 2 rows back from the main mosh pit area, so we got to see everything. Also, it was my very first time seeing Megadeth, and it was the first time I've actually seen all 4 bands from the big 4 of thrash metal. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically consists of Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and Megadeth. So I finally got to see all 4 individual live in concert. So yeah, that was the reason why that ended up on that list. Number 6 would also have to be another Metal Lords Day, also at Merriweather. It was Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson, and a little band by the name of Gwar. If you don't know who Gwar is, I think I mentioned them in a previous video. They're a heavy metal band from Richmond, Virginia. They dress up as space aliens and monsters, and they bring these puppets on stage of, like, religious figures, political figures, celebrities, like Kim Kardashian, Sarah Palin, the Pope, and you're encouraged to wear all white to these shows, because by the time you leave this concert, you will be covered in fake puppet blood, green alien blood, and space jizz. It's just absolutely insane. They slaughter these puppets. The lead singer, Odorous Urungus, may he rest in peace, had this giant 8-foot dong that he would like flop about on stage, and he would shoot like green space jizz out of it and cover everybody in the front row. And of course, I would always be up in the front going like, ah. So yeah, I'm a crazy motherfucker. And yeah, people actually would get hurt at that show. Like, once a Gwar hits the stage, the whole floor turns into a mosh pit. I'm not gonna lie. I've been kicked, I've been punched, I've almost gotten trampled. Ugh. Near-death experiences are so much fun, especially when they're at a concert. Alright, so number 5 would have to be Muse. I love Muse so much. I've seen them live probably about 6 times now. One concert in particular I would have to be my favorite by them would be the Resistance Tour back in 2010. I saw them March 1st at the Patriot Center in Virginia on the campus of George Mason University. Me and Megan were there, front row in the mosh pits. My mom really loves Muse too, so unfortunately she couldn't get tickets to that show because they sold out so quickly. The demand for tickets for the show was so big, they had to add another date in Baltimore. So I was a really good son, and I bought tickets for me and her to go see them again 2 days later in Baltimore. So that was a really good Really good show because I got to see it twice in 1 week. Coming in at number 4, we have the Mumford & Sons Maiden Tour back in 2009, also at Merriweather Post Pavilion. Do you sense a trend here? This is like my favorite venue to see shows at. Me and Megan, also, she's my concert buddy. Concert buddies for life. Yeah, we went to that show. It was hot as balls that day. I think it was at least 100 degrees. The humidity was just god-awful. We had tickets on the lawn, so we were sweating to death and just sitting in just nastiness, sweat. Ugh, it was disgusting. And then all of a sudden, the first band comes on, these dark-ass clouds start to roll in, and then the skies just open up. Thunder, lightning, hail, pouring down rain. Ugh, we were getting soaking wet to the bone. But here's the cool thing. Everybody on the lawn that was right there, nobody moved. They did not want to lose their spot and, like, run for cover. So basically, while the first band was playing, we were all just standing, jumping, and dancing in the rain, getting absolutely dirty. And by the time Mumford & Sons came on, the whole lawn was just nothing but a giant mudslide. And people were just, like, sliding down the hill, getting drunk. It was like a miniature Woodstock all on its own. And from here to this day forward, that concert will always be known as the Mumford Monsoon. So yeah, that was a really good concert. Number 3 would have to be Metallica's World Magnetic Tour. My very first time seeing Metallica live. I don't care if I was like all the way up in the nosebleeds for this show. I fucking love me some Metallica. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh! Yeah, so, yeah, that was a really good show. My friend Trevor swears to this very day that Kirk Hammett literally pointed directly at him. Of the entire 20,000 people in Verizon Center, he pointed directly to him. That, according to him. I'll believe it when I hear it from Kirk Hammett himself. So yeah, that was a really great show. Coming in at number 2, Iron Maiden's The Final Frontier World Tour. Also, my very first time seeing Iron Maiden, so I could not go to this show without getting front row tickets. So I got the tickets. We were there right up against the rail, right up against the stage. Speakers right directly in our face, so we were going deaf throughout the whole show. What made this concert really special was however many times like the members came over to our area, they were like looking at us square in the eye, cracking jokes with us, like pointing and waving at us. There was this one point where Yannick Gers, one of the guitarists, leans his guitar down like he's pointing a gun at us. It was, I do believe it was during, what song was it? Hallowed Be Thy Name. And he's pointing the guitar right down at us. And the neck of the guitar is about inches away from my face. So I just reach up and I'm like, boop. Yeah, I touched Yannick's guitar during Hallowed Be Thy Name, during an Iron Maiden concert. That... I was, like, ecstatic. I was a fanboy at that moment. Just, I could die a happy man. And then, of course, number 1, this will always be my number 1 concert I have ever been to in my entire life. I mentioned it in a previous video. It was the band that absolutely saved my life. It was the 2008 Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival, where I got to go backstage and hang out with Slipknot. Jesus Christ, that was the best day of my life. Like I said, if it wasn't for Slipknot, I would not be here today. Yeah, my first time seeing Slipknot live. I also got to see Disturbed, got to see Dragon Force. What a show. And I also got to meet Dragon Force and meet Disturbed and all these cool metalheads. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to go see a Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival, they do a tour every summer. I highly recommend you go because it's just a whole day, 8 to 12 hours of non-stop heavy metal. And yeah, it was a really great day. So that just about wraps it up for me this week. I want to thank you all so much for watching, but before I go, I got a couple more things I need to go over. I'm actually going to need your help this week because next week is Bearaoke week on the channel. My God, help me so much because I honestly don't think I have a really good singing voice, so please go easy on me. What I'm going to be doing is I'm posting a list of songs down below in the crotch for you to vote on. Whichever song has the most votes is going to be the song I'm going to be singing, so please go easy on me. You can cast your vote by leaving a comment in the comment section below of which song you want to hear me sing. Your choices are from the following: You Somebody by the Kings of Leon, All of Me by John Legend, I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness, Hold On by the Alabama Shakes, Demons, Imagine Dragons, You and I by Lady Gaga, Perfect Situation by Weezer, When You Were Young by The Killers, I Will Wait by Mumford and Sons, and If I Die Young by the band Perry. Also, by special request of Spencer James Spence, so he will get off my ass on this. Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Please, 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 if you love me, you will not make me sing this song. Please. And if you do make me sing this song, Spencer, I swear to God, I'm coming after you. I mean it. I'm coming after you. So yeah, please go ahead and cast your vote down below. And also, my last little order of business is I need to give a shout out to my boy Lucas, aka Bear Jesus. Praise be to all the bears, cubs, and daddies out there, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Go check out his Facebook page. I will post a link down below in the crotch as well. It's just a bunch of funny Bear Jesus memes, and you'll get a good laugh. I think it's pretty cute and pretty funny. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Come back and check out Aaron's top 10 list tomorrow, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Praise be to Bear Jesus!